Magandang buhay! Welcome to SAFC's KAYAMONAPOd Episode 4. I'm Tiara, your host for today's Vlogcast. And ayun na nga, ang interview natin today ay isang president ng banking company. Ano kaya? Anong banking company kaya? It's very nerve-wracking, kaya tara, let's go up! Alright, so ang guest natin for KAYAMONAPOd Episode 4 is none other than Mr. Vic Garcia of AllBank. Palakpakan, everyone! Okay. Hello po, sir. Good afternoon po, and thank you so much for accepting our invitation para sa interview na ito, sir.
It's okay, no problem.
Sir, kasi ibahin po namin yung atake po ng interview namin. You can see, sir, meron tayong Google search questions po. So, here are questions that we are curious to know about. Kasi isa-isahin po natin siya, sir. So, we have 5 questions po na nakahanda. Are you ready po, sir?
Oh,
to answer these questions?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, sir.
I'll try my best. I'll do my best.
Ayun. Ito, sir, ang first question natin. Who are you, sir?
I am the president of AllBank. I am a banker. From the time I graduated from college, I already work in a bank, and I never changed my career.
In your childhood po, sir, did you ever think of yourself na maging ganito po kayo, sir?
Since high school, it was already my, if we may call it an ambition to work in a bank and to become a bank officer someday. That is what I really want in life. When I was still a student, a high school student.
What influenced you po, sir, to go to the banking industry?
Well, because I see the guys that are working banks during that time, they are well groomed. When you see a bank, when you enter the bank, there are so many people, the tellers, especially the officers, and most especially the branch managers, entertaining the clients, talking to the client. I believe during that time, what I was thinking was that I really like this job. I really want to become a branch manager someday.
What do you think po yung difference na nakikita ninyo from the banks before sa banks ngayon? Ano po yung pinagkaiba nila?
Before, banking is very traditional. In my opinion, the definition of banking before is simply buying and selling of funds. You buy funds by getting deposit. You sell funds by giving loans. Now, it's very different. It's highly digital. It has evolved so much that working in a bank is not as simple as before.
Naging transformative po siya with age.
And let's face it, in the Philippines, unlike in the other countries probably, in my opinion, the best company to work, banking, pharmaceutical, and financial institution, just like yours.
Yes, sir. Dami rin po nagsasabi nun, sir. It's a very good advice. Let's move on, sir, to the next question.
Okay.
Yan.
No problem.
Why did you choose to stay in the banking industry?
It has been my ambition. I was born in the province in Pampanga. After graduation, I went to Manila and applied for a job in several banks. And I was lucky enough to be accepted by one of the biggest universal bank right now. And I have proven that when I was already working in that bank, there is a realization on my part that I had the right and correct ambition. Working in a bank is really enjoyable and nourishing and self-fulfilling.
Kailan po kayo, sir, nag-start sa bank? Ever since, sir?
Since graduation.
Since graduation.
Do you want to know the year? Let us not talk about the year because you know how old I am now if I will mention the year.
Kailan niyo lang po na-feel yung fulfillment?
When I started my banking career, in a few months, as I told you a while ago, I realized that I had the right ambition. I decided not to change industry, but to pursue a good banking career. Of course, when I was a rank and file, I want to become an officer. When I become an officer, I want to become a branch manager. When I became a branch manager, I want to achieve the next higher position. When I was able to achieve that, of course, you will aim for the next position again. I really find it very satisfying, fulfilling, and as I said, nourishing because especially nowadays, there is always something new. You got to meet different kinds and different types of people. Mingle or commingle with them. You are able to talk to them. You can exchange ideas with the different clients that you deal with every day. So you are actually learning new things every day.
Move on, sir. Yan. What was your journey into becoming AllBank's president?
Well, it was not easy because I started as a rank and file. Shall I say from the lower position to the next higher position, and then to the next higher position. I started as a distributing clerk. During the time, there was still the position called distributing clerk. And then I became a bookkeeper. savings account bookkeeper, current account bookkeeper. I became an officer, assistant manager. I was branch manager for 7 years. And then I became an area head for another 6 years. And then I became branch banking group head in one of the existing commercial banks right now. I became the head of the branches, and then I was also assigned to head the corporate banking, the lending. So I really rose from the ranks, manager, senior manager, ABP, BP, first BP, senior BP, EBP, and then ultimately became the president of the bank.
Dami niyo po pala napagdaanan na levels.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hard work.
Oh yeah, of course.
And the passion never faltered.
The passion never disappeared, never
For years,
faltered.
never.
Yeah.
What is the most difficult or challenging moment in your career?
When you are working in a bank, it is not simple as the other job you see there. You have quotas, you have targets. The most challenging is, of course, hitting the quota, hitting the target, satisfying your people, the people under you, and at the same time satisfying your bosses. And you can only do that by proper management, and you have to live up to the expectations of management, to the expectations of the bosses.
Are there countless times, sir, na hindi na po kayo nakakatulog?
Well, as a banker, ever since, hindi naman sa tinataas ko yung bango ko, but I am really a hard worker. I am able to live up to the expectations of my bosses, of management, and to the expectations of my people. Because there are two types of expectations. Expectations from the higher-ups, and the expectations from those
The audience,
you are managing.
the market.
Yeah,
Yes.
and expectations coming from your clients.
Di po ba siya very nakaka-pressure, sir? Kasi
Well,
dami pa lang nakatingin sa inyo, sir.
Well, the pressure is always there. Kahit naman saan ka pupunta, may pressure.
How do you manage it, sir?
Well, just make sure that you are also giving yourself time to relax. Eat well, exercise, sleep well, and work hard. Work hard and smart.
Work hard and smart. Okay.
Kailangan mo ba ng cash? Kaya mo na with SAFC. Cash pang puhunan sa negosyo o extra funds. One-day approval lang. Kapalit ng ORCR as collateral. Matutupad na ang dream business mo. I-click ang link sa caption to apply.
The next question. Have you ever had a heated exchange with a colleague in your career?
Of course, many.
Yeah.
I have been in the banking industry for so many years already. You cannot avoid that. Of course, you cannot avoid having arguments, discussions, disagreements, and there are times when you have to prove your point, and the other party has also the obligation to prove his or her point.
Maraming beses na po ba, sir? Or hindi pa naman po masyado?
Hindi naman ganun karaming beses, pero marami din.
Marami din.
Marami din.
Okay. How do you prioritize your health and manage a company?
Well, I make sure that I eat the right food. I'm taking vitamins. I exercise. And I am having my regular checkup. Of course, as I said a while ago, you have to live up to the expectations of management. You have to live up to the expectations of your people. Kailangan marunong ka rin magsama. You should be able to manage stress, your stress level, and your work.
So, sir, meron pong, syempre, taking care of your health, and then there's managing a company. Syempre, we also have free time. Things you like to do outside the office. Ano po yung sa inyo, sir?
Most of the time, I spend my time with my family, of course. In the house, watching TV, watching Netflix, doing exercise. Before, I play basketball. Now, I have a treadmill in the house. I have a stationary bike. I love going to the shooting range.
Can you give us tips on how to level up in corporate in today's world?
You should be able to strike a balance, a good balance, where you will be able to motivate your people to work hard and without antagonizing anybody, and be able to deliver the expectations of management by hitting the quota. Before, just working hard is enough. But with the present conditions that we have right now, you have to work hard and smart at the same time. Working hard or working harder is no longer enough. You have to work hard and smart. Otherwise, magkakasakit ka. What I am telling my people most of the time is, meron tayong kasabihan sa Tagalog, daig ng maagap ang masipag. That's true. Pero daig ng mabilis ang maagap. Because, you know, sa dami ng bangko, it is like a race eh. what you should know what your clients' needs and wants. You should be able to address them. And remember that your clients are not talking only to you. They are talking to different banks, to different bankers. So the one who can deliver, or the one that can deliver what the client's needs and wants the fastest, will eventually become the winner. Just like a car race, it is not actually how beautiful is your car, how big is your car, and how good your engine is. It is actually the driver. Maganda nga yung sasakyan mo, hindi naman kaya ng dibdib ng driver mo magpatakbo ng 200 kilometers per hour. Wala rin. Pero even if your car is not so good, pero yung driver mo naman kaya niya nang patakbuhin yung kotse ng 200 kilometers per hour, he will eventually win the race.
Do you think you are successful?
Yes, in my own opinion, I'm successful because I was able to achieve my goal. Yes, we are not as big as the other banks, but we are still a bank. I have a company to manage. I have people to manage. I have my bosses to manage also.
And people who have faith in AllBank as well.
Yes, of course, our clients.
Yes.
The people who trusted us.
What are your thoughts on digital banks?
Personally,
Personally.
whatever a digital bank can do, an ordinary bank can also do. You can be a traditional bank and a digital bank at the same time. All you have to do is get the proper licenses from the BSP. Because whether you are a digital bank or you are a traditional bank, you are BSP supervised. What a digital bank can do, you can also do provided you have the licenses necessary.
I heard, sir, that there were 7 licenses
Yeah.
to be given. And one of those would have been AllBank. Ano po yung nangyari dun?
Of course, there are certain requirements that you have to satisfy. Unfortunately, probably they think that it is not yet time for us to become a digital bank. But I can say at this point in time, we do not have the license of a digital bank, but we are doing both traditional and digital services.
True, sir. Everything digital banks do,
Yeah,
traditional banks can do as well.
Because you cannot just do what you want to do. You have to get licenses.
Okay, sir. For our last question naman po
Okay.
to, sir. What is the proudest moment in your career?
The proudest moment in my career is when I was able to achieve what I have achieved, of course, becoming president of a bank. I think it was in 2019.
2019. Before that, sir, saan po kayo?
I was with a commercial bank.
Commercial bank.
With a commercial bank. I was EVP of a commercial bank.
If you remember, sir, naka-ilang banks na po
I think 7 banks.
Yung na ano.
Yeah, one of them is already a Unibank now. The other is a commercial bank.
Would you consider yourself, sir, one of the most experienced people in terms of banking in the Philippines?
Not really. There are so many good bankers out there. So I cannot say that at this point in time, I'm one of the best. No. There are so many out there who are really very good. Meron akong alam kahit paano.
Knowledgeable.
Yeah, knowledgeable and experience, but still uncomparable compared to the others.
Was there a time, sir, at some point in your life na naisip niyo po na, what if hindi ako sa bank? Nag-ibang industry ako. Was there a time in your life?
Yeah. During my younger days, before high school, my ambition really was to become a soldier. I want to be assigned in the battlefield. I want to become a general. But upon reaching high school, as I told you a while ago, when I started going to a bank and I saw the people entertaining their clients, the bank officers, then I changed my mind. I said to myself that probably being a banker is really my calling.
And even as a soldier and a banker, you are still protecting the Filipino people in some way.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
For our ending segment, sir, we have rapid fire questions. So I'm gonna ask you a set of questions and answer them as fast as you can. Okay, sir. Are you ready po?
Okay.
Okay. If you could say thank you to 3 people right now, who would they be?
Well, my wife and my children.
Your wife. What is something you purchased that you regret?
So many.
Is there anything specific, sir?
Well, nothing, but
Nothing.
there are so many.
Marami po. Traditional bank or digital bank?
Traditional.
What do you do to pass time?
I watch TV.
asking you, how would you describe a perfect employee? How would you describe a perfect employee?
Well, somebody who can deliver the expectations.
Expectations. If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
I want to be a lion.
Lion. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Well, I am a hard worker. I am humble, and I want to help people.
If you could only have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Well, I want something healthy, vegetable.
Vegetables. If you could go back in time and give yourself advice when you were just starting out, what would you say?
I would still want to become. I would still want to be a banker.
Yung passion ni sir nasa sa banking pa rin and
Yes.
helping the Filipino people.
Yes.
That's great. And that's great advice as well. Thank you po so much,
thank
sir.
you. Thank you very much also. Thank you.
Kaya mo na. Ayun na nga, from the veteran himself, daig ng maagap, ang masipag, pero daig ng mabilis, ang maagap. Lots of lessons learned from today's episode. And thank you for watching. I'm Tiara, your host of SAFC's KAYAMONAPOd, always saying na kaya mo na. According from the veteran, daig ng, ayun na nga, ayun na nga, from the veteran, from the veteran himself, daig ng maaga, ang Tagalog kasi.
Sis, KAYAMONAPOd.